Hey guys, Drifter here. Welcome to Modern Warfare 3 In Depth. In today's episode, I'm going over the quirky, crazy, strange PM-9 submachine gun. Thought I'd start it off right and proper with some thermal gameplay for you guys. Still managed to do pretty good here, even though it's not really the best of classes. And I thought you should also check out Y260's review of the PM-9. He did this before me. We agree on a lot of things, but he recommended some different attachments that I'm going to recommend, and he was completely right about using dual G18s as the secondary, so I completely, unashamedly stole that idea of him. However, if you click the text on the screen, it'll open up his video in a new window. Won't close this one at all. It's about 90 seconds, so I recommend you check it out. We're going a little bit out of order today. Instead of talking about damage, I would first like to talk to you about this weapon's accuracy, recoil, and its hipfire capabilities. Other than this little bit in the beginning where you see me using the thermal sight, you won't see me aiming down sights at all with this weapon, or pretty much every time I do aim down sights I die. That's because the iron sights on this weapon are very obtrusive, they're very difficult to use. The view kick on the weapon, or how the end of the barrel kicks around as opposed to where your bullets go, is completely off all the time. The sights kick up in my face and I can't see anything. And aside from the view kick, the actual accuracy on the wall, the plot of where the bullets go, is really, really crazy. It's all over the place, it's not precise, it's not accurate, and you generally can't hit anything. So the only way to use this weapon that makes any sense is to just hipfire it. Other people will claim that this weapon has special hipfire capabilities, that it's like the best, or it's really great at hipfire. And that's not really true. It's more of a you can only use it hipfire. That's the only sane way to use this weapon. Because you use it so much, you'll start thinking that it's better that way. Alright, now let's get to the damage. The PM-9 does 35 to 20 damage per shot. That's 35 damage up close and 20 at a distance. We're going to get to those distances later. This is the same damage that the MP7 does, so I put it in the medium to low category. It's certainly not a high damage weapon. What this is going to mean for you guys in terms of shots to kill is that it's going to take somewhere between 3 and 5 shots to kill depending on your range, and because that initial damage is so low and it only has a 1.4x headshot multiplier, it's going to take between 3 and 4 headshots to kill. This is why I almost never go for headshots with the PM-9 unless somebody's standing still, or hell, I'm hipfiring it. I really couldn't go for headshots if I wanted to. In hardcore mode, it's a little bit better. It's going to take somewhere between 1 and 2 shots to kill, but in hardcore mode, you have to really worry about accuracy and missing that first shot. What the PM-9 may lack in accuracy and damage, it more than makes up for in rate of fire. It fires at an extremely fast 1090 RPM, which is the fastest firing submachine gun, the fastest base fire rate of any weapon in the game. It can be beaten by some other guns with rapid fire or akimbos or something like that. But when you put rapid fire on this weapon, it shoots even faster, turning this weapon into the ultimate bullet hose. I burned through my clips very, very, very quickly here. I'm going to talk about the effects of rapid fire in a different episode, but yes, it does make it shoot a lot faster. This does give the weapon a very fast time to kill. You can kill people extremely quickly if all of your bullets hit. In practice, your time to kill may be closer to medium because you're going to miss a lot of bullets hip firing and you're going to miss just as many bullets aiming down sight. However, in close quarters combat, where this weapon is best, you're not going to miss that much, and you are going to be able to kill people very, very quickly if you master that hipfire box. Another major downside to the PM-9 is that it has an extremely close and narrow drop range. The damage drop is going to start at 10 meters, and the damage drop is going to end at 15 meters. That means you're going to drop off from your maximum 35 damage at a meager 10 meters, and you're going to hit your minimum 20 damage after 15 meters. Now, I've had a lot of questions on my inbox. What is a meter? What is a meter in-game? An in-game meter is like 0.98% of a real-life meter. They got the units a little bit wrong, but you can just eyeball it. A meter is close to a yard for you Americans. It's really, really close to accurate. Just eyeball it. You have to get a feel for these sort of things. If you need a hard number, you can play with the XM25. But to help put this range in perspective, this is the same drop profile as the KSG-12. So once somebody has stepped outside of the range where you would get hit markers with the KSG-12, you're going to be doing your minimum 20 damage with the PM-9. That's why I don't really care about putting a silencer on my PM-9, because you can't make the damage drop profile that much worse. Yet another major downside to the PM-9 is that it reloads very slowly. Its normal reload time, depending on if you have bullets in the magazine or not, is going to be somewhere between 3 and 4.13 seconds. I just put a simple average up here for that number, 3.56, because some people are going to burn the clip, some people are not. With this weapon, you'll probably find yourself burning the entire magazine pretty quickly and going on the closer to that 4-second reload animation. While the animation may take up to 4 seconds, the reload cancel time is about 2.2 seconds, which is much faster. However, this reload cancel time is still slower than most of the other reloads, so this is a very slow reloading gun. That's why you've seen in this video I have my first point streak of my specialist package sleight of hand, so I can reload very quickly after killing somebody. It has these same 3 big stats in common with the rest of the submachine guns. Your run speed is 100%, your aim down sights time is 0.2 seconds or 200 milliseconds, and your aim down sight zoom, on the iron sights at least, should you choose to use them, God forbid, is 1.2x. I don't really have a recommended class for the PM-9 just because it's not really a recommended weapon. I wouldn't recommend using this weapon for anything if you want to be good or kill people. If you just feel like trolling, if you want to make somebody scream and cry in pain, or if you think that you can handle the recoil, if you think you're that godlike or that good, you can try this weapon, but I really wouldn't recommend it. What I've been running here is a combination of multiple attachments. Since I'm hip firing only, I don't need any sort of optical attachments or anything. I don't have to worry about kick or focus on the hip fire very much. So I mix up silencer, extended mags. Rapid fire is pretty nice. I start off with scavenger, my first point streak here with hardline on the specialist packages, sleight of hand, so I can reload really fast. One of the few things that I can recommend if you do use this weapon is you're going to want to use akimbo G18s as your secondary because they have a very fast draw time. You're going to burn your bullets with this gun really fast. You don't want to reload it. You just want to tap Y and pull out your G18s because they have about the same range, but all in all, this is really just a troll weapon. Well guys, that's all for this episode. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you learned something useful. In the next episode, I'm going to be reviewing the MP7 submachine gun, and that's going to be something of a longer episode because there is much more than meets the eye going on with the MP7. I also have an update for you about the charity Xbox, the custom skinned Xbox by Evan Eckerd that I showed off pictures from. The eBay bidding for that is now live. That is the first link down there in the description. You click on that, it's going to take you straight to eBay where you can bid on that. That comes with the promise that if you buy it, I'm going to donate the money to the charity in your name, so you get the tax write-off. You got a spot on my friends list, going to play with you, all that sort of stuff. The Xbox itself is awesome. It's great looking. I'm going to talk a lot more about it in its own special video tomorrow. However, I know a lot of you only watch the in-depth episode, so I decided to link it here for those of you. The money's going to the Dallas Children's Hospital because they helped me keep my eyes when I was a little kid. I'd probably be blind without them. And my wife is also making an appearance in that video. However, some of our recording sessions didn't quite go as planned, so I thought I'd put here at the end of this video because there was a lot of confusion in the Hunger Games video. A lot of you thought the girl in there was my wife. That was not my wife, so let me introduce you to my wife.
Well, hey guys, Drifter here. I'm glad that you enjoyed the Hunger Games parody. However, there was a lot of confusion about who is and is not my wife. In the previous video, I said I married a Singaporean Chinese girl who happens to be a nurse who I happen to love and who has very large breasticles over here, as you can clearly see. This is the internet, so it's tits or GTFO, guys. She doesn't really like being on camera. The girl that was in the Hunger Games parody, her name is September Riley. No, wait. Yep, September Riley. Her daughter's name is August. I get them screwed up so very badly. And you all thought that she was my wife, even though she was clearly not Asian. So there was a lot of confusion there. So I thought in the Xbox charity videos I would introduce you to Jessica. So,
hi.
What would you like to say to the entire internet?
Hi, internet.